I wanted to ask you about the anti-crime unit and sort of what you can tell us about what your plans are. The unit was taken out of commission. What does the plan look like to bring it back? Should New Yorkers expect to see these units back on the street again? Have you come up with a plan about how to do that? I know you've said you don't want the same old unit to be brought back, a unit that was severely criticized throughout several years for a number of incidents that took the lives of New Yorkers. So how and when are you going to do it, and what is it going to look like?
Well, on the campaign trail, I had to answer all of those questions. But now I have a police commissioner. And so what I'm going to do, Gloria, I gave the police commissioner my concept of having a very important tool in policing. Policing is predictable and unpredictable. Those who are the theory makers, they are looking at policing outside. Policing must be predictable and unpredictable. The plainclothes unit is the unpredictable aspect of it. The blue and white, that's omnipresence. We want that. It gives us a comfort of safety. We took away the unpredictable aspect of policing, and that was dangerous. And so we're going to bring the unpredictable aspect of policing back. And I know how to do it right because I fought against what was being done wrong. I'm just really amazed how many people attempted to rewrite my legacy. I was the leading voice, if not one of the only voices in the city that talked about the over-aggressive abuse of what was called street crime unit when Amadou Diallo was shot at. I mean, let's go to the videotape. What happened in this city that all of a sudden people don't know who I am? I have a legacy of fighting against the abuses that you're talking about. But 9 million New Yorkers, 20 million opinions. And it's unfortunate that the loudest voices have basically hijacked the entire conversation. Every New Yorker is not saying they don't want a plainclothes unit to go after people who are committing guns. And it's just wrong to keep saying that this is what all New Yorkers are saying just because a numerical minority are the best Twitter's handles and the best Instagram and the best Facebook. That is not what New Yorkers are saying to me. When I speak to these mothers and say I want to put a plainclothes anti-gun unit in place, they're saying, what took you so long? And so we are ignoring the voices of those who are calling for my style of policing. And tell me something. Why did I get elected? Why did I get elected? It was obvious what I was saying. I ran on a clear law enforcement platform. I was clear. I didn't hide anything. I said I'm bringing back a plainclothes anti-gun unit. I said I was going to make sure that police officers was going after gangs. I was very clear because I said to New Yorkers, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. If I'm not the type of mayor you want, then you need to vote for those types that are saying disband police departments. They didn't say that. They said, we want what Eric Adams is saying. That was the #1 issue in the polls, crime. And so I'm responding to what I promised New Yorkers. And I have a police commissioner that understands how to do this correctly, that we have to have plainclothes units, wearing body cameras, making sure they're on, zeroing in on those gangs, going to those locations where we know gangs are really keeping communities prisoned. We're going to target them and say, you don't own the streets of the city of New York. The streets of the city of New York belongs to the innocent people that live in this city. I'm not surrendering my city to violence, and I'm going to use the right tools to do it. And that's why I have a partner here to make it happen. And we're going to get it right. And you know the joy of it to all of you. You're going to benefit for it. That's right. You are tired of living in this violence. You are tired of what you're seeing in this city. You report it. You respond to the shootings. You respond to those little children that are shot. You respond to the gunshots in the Bronx when people are being shot at. You know I'm right. And I need for you to join me and start being the voice of not the numerical minority that's stating that we want to go back to the days of allowing police to stop any innocent person. Respond to the voices of those New Yorkers who ask me to do this. They are the majority. They have to be the majority. because they elected me as the mayor.
When and what kind of unit? How many
We're going to roll it
officers?
out, Gloria. We're going to roll it out. We're going to roll out. We're not going to do anything in secret. When the commissioner finalizes the final operation, we're going to do a nice presentation, let you see exactly how it is. You are going to be so impressed. We're going to roll it out, and we're going to do it right. One thing we have to be clear on, Eric Adams is not going to operate on any timeline but my timeline. I got to do it the way I believe it's done. I'm going to be held accountable. No one else is going to be held accountable. I am. We're going to do it right. We're going to show you how it's done. We're going to allow you to go out and do ride-alongs with us if you would like. So you can see how police officers with the right tools, the right mindset, the right skills, the right technology can do this the right way. We didn't have body cameras when Amadou Diallo was shot and killed. We didn't have body cameras when Zongo was shot and killed. We didn't have body cameras when Sean Bell was shot and killed. We have new technology. We have new ways of training to do the job. And so we're going to roll it out at the right time when our police commissioner is able to do so. I know this is hard for people to believe. This is only day 2.
Stephen? Mr. Mayor, nice to see you. To put a finer point on it, how will your anti-crime unit differ from the previous anti-crime unit that was very often criticized as being too aggressive and polluting the relationship between police and community?
We are going to roll it out. That's what I just went on a nice little few sentences, and I made it very clear. We are going to roll it out, and you will see the difference, not only in the presentation, but the results. That's when you will be able to answer that question, because I've said this throughout the campaign, and no matter what I said, a different narrative was put in the paper. So I'm not going to do that again. It's obvious that some people don't believe, no matter what I say. They don't believe my 35 years of fighting against abuse policing. They don't believe the fact that I was arrested and beat by police officers. They don't believe that I had an organization called 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement Who Care. They don't believe that I testified in federal court and the judge mentioned my name in the case. They don't believe how I stood up against police abuse. They don't believe any of that. So there's nothing I can say to you right now to convince you. So what I have to do, as Mother says, I have to show you. That's all I can do right now. I've said this over and over again. I'm going to show you. That's my answer to your question.
Have any new tactics or strategies been developed at this point?
Yes, they have been, and we're going to roll them out.